is Sara Dervishi. I come from Faculty of Natural Sciences, Department of Chemistry, Tirana, Albania. What I'm presenting to you today is the nanostructure differences of normal and ultra-high performance concrete based on silicium mass NMR. What are ultra-high performance concretes? These ultra-high performance concrete are type of concrete with an excellent properties, like outstanding compressive strength, which is 10 times higher than normal concrete, excellent abrasion resistance, low chloride migration. Also, they exhibit 100% of material properties after 600 cycles of freeze-thaw. But how can we achieve these properties? Based on various researchers' work, these properties can be achieved by different methods, like lowering water to binder ratio, reducing the number and size of pores to 5 nanometers, using mixtures as superplasticizer or other polymolecules, which helps to lower the water on the matrix of the concrete. Something else is using different additives with pozzolanic reactivity, using Curie regime and pressure. What we have done in our study is that we have used pyrogenic oxides like silicium oxide and aluminum oxide, and we have used microwave curing regime to some of the samples to see the differences of these additives and this curing regime regarding to the normal concrete. So, something shortly, what are the main constituents of this ultra-high performance concrete? The main constituent, which exhibits the strength of the concrete, is calcium silicate hydrate. Other is calcium hydroxide, which negatively affects the properties of the materials. Also, we have the unhydrated part of the cement. This calcium silicate hydrate have a nanostructure like let's say like a sandwich structure. It is made by silica chains, like silicium bonded together with by oxygen atoms. There is an interlayer where are placed different ions. There is a layer calcium oxide which connects together the two layers of silica chains. So, how can we identify these species? There is a basic nomenclature to read this, like Q and M element, where Q is silicium, a 4-coordinated silicium, bonded together with N other silicium atoms by oxygen atoms. Also, they'll be connected with M elements. In the right, we have a picture with a chemical shift of all these species and a graphic picture of all silicium sites and silicium aluminum sites, how they are connected together, let's say. Here is our experiment. We have produced 6 samples, where the first one is the normal concrete. In the second one, we have added superplasticizers, which help us reduce the water on the matrix content. Also, in the third one, we have added nanoalumina, represented by aerosol. In the fourth one, instead of nanoalumina, we have used, in the third one, we have used nanosilica, and in the fourth one, we have used nanoalumina instead of nanosilica. And the samples 05 and 06 are the samples 03 and 05, but here we have used hidden pressure. So how have we done all this? We have used microwave oven, we have used 600 megahertz NMR spectrometer, and for the deconvolution, we have used ARJAN program. Here we have the spectra of C mass NMR for 6 hydrated samples represented by different colors. In this slide, I show the results of the convolution of silicium mass NMR for samples 01 to 03. We have the nomenclature like Qn is the size of silicium and silicium aluminum. We have the peak shift, and we had the reintegrated of each peak. Here are the same results for samples 04 to 06. So I have presented an example for sample 05. Here we see mass NMR spectra. The convoluted spectra of sample 05. In black is the test curve, in red is the fitting curve, and the other colors represent the convolution curves. Here I have used Gauss curve, fixed values of chemical shifts. Now I've done some calculations with the equations shown below. Each parameter that I have calculated represent different properties of the concrete, such as we see here the mean chain length. That from sample 01 to 06, we have an increase on mean chain length. This means that increase in the mean chain length, I have an increase in polymerization of the concrete and a much stronger concrete. Also, I see that I have here the aluminum to silicium cross-linking. I see that in sample 05, passing from sample 05 to sample 06, I have an increase of this ratio. That shows that I have more linked chains of the concrete and a much stronger concrete. Here I have presented the conclusion that I shortly explained before. So the increases in mean chain length passing from sample 01 to 06 confirms that an increase in polymerization and as a result an increase in the strength of the material. I see in here in my table that I have a decrease of 4 coordinated aluminum to silicium radium passing from sample 05 to 06. But on the other hand, I have an increased cross-linking species or the branching sides, increased in the amount of the branching sides of the concrete that made us think that the aluminum was introduced to the interlayer, which is the layer that connects together the two silicate chains. Also, this increase on the branching sides or the three-dimensional chain links leads to strong and chemical stable formations. Another thing, here I see that using nanoalumina instead of nanosilica, I have a much stronger sample, a much stronger concrete than using nanosilica. So thank you very much for your attention. This is this presentation, I mean that this concrete helps us very much nowadays for different construction industries. For example, the properties of the concrete helps very much on winter, like when we use salts on bridges, that they have very low chloride migration. So it is a really great material to use on the construction industry.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saurabh, for your very wonderful and nice presentation. As you have stated in the conclusion, that these materials are very helpful and against the material. have you checked the thermodynamics or the thermal physical properties of this material?
Sure. In fact, we have checked the mechanical properties of the materials. Like we have used different.
No, I'm speaking about the thermophysical properties, not the mechanical.
Thermophysical properties. We don't have made a study yet about that.
Because the thermophysical properties will be very helpful if the material are exposed to the environment, especially in the construction.
Like wells.
Because thermal conductivity, thermal diffusivity, these are the properties which, especially the concrete and the construction material, during when they are exposed to the environment. So that's what I'm saying. Like you have mentioned, especially this material will be helpful in the yes. So would you suggest another studies for the thermophysical properties of those material?
Yes, of course. This is only the beginning, so we have much study to do on this. So sure, we may do something like that.
Yeah, that's great.
That's researchers.
That's great. Thank you very much for your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.